Hi, and welcome to Comstock. We are very happy to have you here today. My name is Joanna Montalvo Ruiz, and I'm the Junior HR Journalist here at Comstock. I'll be going over your new hire orientation presentation for 2024. If you have any questions, feel free to stop the video at any time to write them down. You can always email us at humanresources@comstock.com, or you can connect with someone on the HR team after your presentation. So to start off, this is our agenda for today's orientation. We'll go over introductions of our HR team, then we'll briefly go over the company's history and overview, policies and procedures, and any benefits that are applicable to you. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to stop the presentation at any time to write them down. So this is our current HR team. Starting from the top left, we have Paul Schwartz, who is our SVP of Human Resources. Then we have Michelle Poole, our Senior Director of Talent Management and Organizational Effectiveness. Then we have Angela Allison, who is our Senior Manager of Payroll, Benefits, and HRIS. Katie Caro, who is our Senior Recruiter. Then you have me, who is Joanna Montalvo Ruiz, the Junior HR Generalist. We have Mariah Handy, who is our HR Recruiting Coordinator. And finally, we have Stephanie Miranda, who is our Senior Payroll and Benefits Administrator. If you have any questions regarding payroll or any benefits that you're eligible for, then please feel free to reach out to Angela Allison or Stephanie Miranda at any time. So to get us started about Comstock, we were founded in 1985, and we have over 30 years of history in diversified real estate, including residential, commercial, and mixed use. We actually started off as a construction company doing home building, but within the past decade or so, we transitioned more into commercial spaces and residential apartment properties. We have our headquarters here in Reston, Virginia, but we also have properties all over the DMV area, including Loudon Station, which is located in Ashburn, Virginia, and the Rockville Station, which is located in Rockville, Maryland. We have a commercial space in Arlington called the Hartford Building, but we also have a bunch of third-party acquisitions as well. Currently, we have over 250 employees, and we're rapidly growing, so thank you for helping us get there. So Comstock mission is to deliver extraordinary experiences in places where people live, work, and play. We strive to deliver that best-in-class service at all levels of our organization. Whether it be something like holding the door open for someone or giving a smile, we just want to make sure that every guest that interacts with us has a really good experience. Ultimately, we set high expectations and we aim to achieve them together as a team. You can see here some of the places that I had mentioned before. On the top left, we have the Loudon Station. So we actually have two apartment buildings there called Boulevard Commons and Boulevard Gramercy. In the middle, we have the Hartford Building that is in the Clarendon Station, but that is more of a commercial office space. And finally, on the right, we have Boulevard 44, which is one of our two apartment buildings located at the Rockville Station in Rockville, Maryland. This is our corporate structure. So Comstock Holding Companies Incorporated is the parent company where you find a lot of the corporate employees. So for example, HR, IT, marketing, and so on. In total, we have 4 subsets. We have the asset management team, which would include those under the construction and development teams. We have commercial property management. They oversee our commercial office spaces. We have residential property management, so those who oversee our residential apartment buildings. And lastly, we have ParkX management. That's where you find our security, valet, parking attendants, and then our remote management center. These are our core values. I won't read them all off to you, but essentially, we are dedicated to being good people. In addition to that, we are always looking to exceed expectations, and we're looking to continuously improve and be better than we were yesterday. Here you'll find our standards, which are similar to our core values. So that would be exceptional customer service both at an internal and external level. A good example of this is a lot of the times you'll see someone walking around the plaza that's looking a little lost. So typically one of our corporate employees will go ahead and give them some directions and just make sure that all of our guests feel welcome and that we can help each other out and give that exceptional customer service. So our motto is we show up. We're very passionate about in-person work. We believe it's easier to foster a human connection face-to-face rather than over a screen. We also like to show up mentally by putting our best selves forward, being prepared for meetings, and making sure to be there for our team. Now we're going to go over some of our policies and procedures. To start, we're going to go over our corporate responsibility, which includes the development of high-quality, sustainable, mixed-use, and transit-oriented communities that are uniquely positioned to meet the diverse needs of many while seamlessly integrating into the surrounding communities. We are also focused on pursuing sustainability through creating an environmentally sustainable and a socially inclusive future. For example, in one of our new garages, we are using carbon-cured cement, so it's half cement and half recycled CO2, so it's better for the environment that we use those types of materials opposed to just regular cement paste. We also use motion sensor lights so that we're not using energy when it's not necessary. We are also an equal opportunity employer. We are committed to creating open and inclusive environments that are welcoming to all. And lastly, Comstock will make reasonable accommodations for qualified individuals with known disability, so long as the accommodation does not cause the company significant difficulty or expense. Obviously, discrimination and harassment are against the law, but on top of that, Comstock also has a zero tolerance policy against bullying. So we abide by, if you see something, say something. If you feel discriminated against, harassed, or bullied, please feel free to reach out to your supervisor, HR, or a general counsel. We do have a policy on company property. Any computer device that is issued by Comstock is the property of Comstock, and IT can have access to everything that you do on that device. So please make sure that it is used for work purposes only. If you need to be issued a device or any software, please feel free to reach out to our IT team. Our IT team has a help desk system, which you can see in the screenshot here. IT will make sure that the help desk is available to you upon your first day. Payroll-wise, we are on a semi-monthly payment basis, so we get paid on the 15th and the last day of the month. Payroll calendars for the year can be found in the UKG self-service employee portal. Through UKG, you can edit your tax withholdings, update your address, manage your direct deposit information, and much more. We also have a timesheet for our hourly employees through the UKG Pro Classic and UKG Ready apps, which HR will go over with you at the end of the presentation. So when it comes to attendance and time off for hourly employees, timesheets must be signed by the close of business on the last day of the pay period, which is noted in our payroll calendars. When it comes to overtime, anything over 40 hours needs to be approved by your supervisor in advance for all employees. If you're going to be late or unable to make it to work, please let your supervisor know as soon as possible. All time off requests must be submitted in the UKG portal as soon as possible, and advance approval is required for these requests unless unforeseen circumstances arise like an emergency. For all full-time employees, time off accruals for vacation and sick leave will begin the first of the month following the date of hire and then occur on each payday. Performance reviews. All employees must meet with their supervisor and enter their agreed-upon goals into UKG no later than 30 days from your start date. If you are a ParkX employee working in security, goals will already be created for you, so you don't have to worry about that. Additionally, all employees will be required to have a 90-day check-in with their supervisor. Official performance reviews occur at the beginning of September each year. If you're hired on or after June 1st, your performance review will be conducted in September of the following year. Here at Comstock, we are very passionate about giving back to the community, so we are able to do charitable donations through payroll deductions. So you can either do a one-time contribution or an ongoing contribution. In this slide, you will see some of the organizations we work with. Comstock will match up to $500 per employee per calendar year for the contribution made to the charity you choose. You can choose to opt in or opt out at any time through the UKG portal. Okay, so now we're going to go over the full-time benefits for our ParkX employees. For benefits enrollment, any employee working at least 30 hours per week is eligible for coverage under the group health plans on the first day of the calendar month following your date of hire. For example, if your start date is June 15th, your coverage would begin July 1st. Immediate family members or domestic partners can be added to group health plans. Benefit enrollments must be completed within 30 days of your hire date. This is very important as missing your deadline may result in not being able to enroll in benefits until the following open enrollment period. All enrollments must be done through the UKG portal, and if you require assistance of any kind, please feel free to reach out to our HR team by phone or email. Here you will see our medical plan design. It is an HSA Healthkeepers Open Access POS plan. Both in-network and out-of-network coverage are available in the chart displayed. We have an embedded deductible, so what that means is that there's two deductible amounts. There is the single, which is the employee only, and then there's family. So the single deductible is embedded into the family one. Not one family member can contribute more than the single amount of the deductible towards the overall amount. We have a 70% co-insurance available after you hit your deductible, and 100% of the preventative care is covered. Here is the pharmacy plan tied into the medical plan. It is subject to a medical deductible, but here you can see our in-network coverage for that. We also do like to know that if you have a prescription, you can get some pretty good discounts with GoodRx as well. If you decide to opt in our medical plan, you are eligible to open a health savings account with us. An HSA is a bank account tied to a qualified high-deductible health plan, such as the one that we offer for ParkX. It does have a lot of good tax advantages, including triple tax benefits, so any employee contributions from salary to HSA are pre-tax. It can lower your taxable income, so it will put you in another tax bracket and you can end up paying less in taxes at the end of that year. Savings and investments grow tax-free, and any withdrawals made for qualified expenses are not taxed. A good thing about an HSA is that these HSA dollars belong to you and not the company. So, if you ever decide to change employers, you can keep that HSA with you for as long as you want it. There's no use it or lose it rules, so these dollars do not expire at the end of the year. It also rolls over year after year, so you can continue saving as well. HSA eligibility and contributions. To be eligible for an HSA, you must be enrolled in an IRS qualified HDHP by the first of the month. You can't have any other health coverage which is not also a qualified HDHP. You can't be claimed as a dependent on another's tax return, and you cannot be enrolled in Medicare, TRICARE, or a full-purpose FSA. Here you can see the 2024 maximum contributions as well. Preventative care. Anything that is preventative, such as flu shots and certain health screenings, can get covered 100% with the insurance that we offer. If you decide to enroll in our medical plan, Anthem has a mobile app called Sydney. In the app, you can search for in-network doctors and procedures, track and pay your medical expenses or bills, look at your digital ID cards, and much more. Anthem also has a healthy rewards program where you can get rewards by doing routine things that you might already be doing. Things like getting your flu shot, getting a physical, getting an annual eye exam can earn you up to $200. And lastly, with Anthem, they have a cost estimator on their website and on their app. So if you have a procedure coming up, you can get a pretty accurate estimate on how much that would cost based on the kind of procedure that you're getting done, where you're getting it done, and what type of insurance you have. We offer supplemental benefits through Anthem as well. Even if you're not enrolled in our medical plan, you're still eligible to enroll in one of these supplemental benefits, which would be accidental, hospital, and critical illness. An injury on the job could be covered by workers' comp, but if it's off the job, you can get a benefit amount as listed in the chart here. So if you have an ambulance ride, you can get $400, an ER visit, $250, and so on. At the bottom, you will see information about our wellness rider. This will be true for each of our supplemental benefits. Any employee independently enrolled in an accidental plan can receive $50 if a physical with blood work is completed within the plan year. Our plan year is from the beginning of March to the end of February. The hospital supplemental benefit pays benefits to you when you have a planned or unplanned hospital stay for an illness, injury, surgery, or maternity for at least 24 hours. So for those first 24 hours, you would get $1,000 as the benefit amount, and then you'd get a daily benefit amount of $200 for up to 31 days. And for ICU admissions, you would get $400 every day for up to 31 days. Lastly, of our supplemental benefits, we have critical illness. For critical illness, it pays benefits to you if you are diagnosed with a covered condition such as cancer, a heart attack, or stroke. You can receive a lump sum benefit, and that benefit amount varies depending on who is diagnosed. So if it's you as the employee, you would get $20,000. If it's a spouse or domestic partner, you would get $10,000. And if it's a child, you would get $5,000. So we only have one dental plan. It is also through Anthem, and it is our dental PPO. Here you can see the in-network and out-of-network coverage. I do want to note that although it says out-of-network is covered at 100%, that is only 100% of the in-network costs. So if you go with an out-of-network dental provider, you can still end up paying more than if you were to go in-network. We offer Blue View Vision for our vision plan, which is also through Anthem. With the vision plan, it covers routine eye care, and if it were something like a major surgery like LASIK, that would be covered under medical. So this just covers things like routine eye exams, frames, contact lenses, and regular vision care. If you were to enroll in any of our plans, this is what the semi-monthly employee contribution would look like. So per paycheck here, you can see on the left that it will look like for an employee only, employee and spouse or domestic partner, employee and children, or the whole family. The only thing that is not on here is critical illness, as those would vary depending on your age. We offer pre-tax benefit elections through flexible spending accounts, and we have 3 different kinds of FSAs. First up, we have Healthcare FSA, which lets you pay for certain IRS-approved medical expenses with pre-tax dollars up to $3,200. So the difference between the FSA and an HSA is that only $640 can be rolled over into the next plan year, meaning there's a little bit of a use it or lose it rule. Second, we have a limited purpose FSA, which is for those who still want to enroll in the HSA, but also want an FSA as well. But it only lets you pay for eligible vision and dental expenses only. Again, only $640 of this can be rolled over into the next plan year. And lastly, we have Dependent Care FSA, which lets you use those pre-tax dollars towards qualified dependent care. Here you can see the annual maximum that you can contribute, $5,000 or $2,500 if married and filing separately. So these are some of the eligible healthcare expenses, not only applicable for flexible spending accounts, but also our health savings accounts. You can use those FSA or HSA dollars to buy things like face masks, hand sanitizer, sunblock, over-the-counter medications, vitamins, dental expenses, and the list goes on. You can take a look at the FSA website as well to see what kinds of things can be covered. If you're planning to take the Metro, or if you're not, this is a pre-tax benefit election for you. So what it is a payroll deduction that takes a portion of your paycheck and puts it into a Smart Trip card. And Comstock will match dollar for dollar of what you put in that card up to $100 per month. You're essentially getting some free money to ride the Metro as well as the Fairfax County Smart 50 program, which will give first-time users a free $50 gift card for just trying out the system. This is one of those benefits that you don't have to decide within your first 30 days of benefit enrollments to take advantage of. If 6 months down the road you decide that you want to opt in this, you can. You can start, stop, or change your contribution at any time. You'll just need to notify HR by the 21st of any given month for it to go into effect the first of the following months. Life and disability plans are available to full-time employees the first day of the calendar month following date of hire, and then you can also purchase additional life insurance for you and your eligible dependents. We also have short-term and long-term disability insurance provided to our full-time employees on the first day of the calendar month following your date of hire. This is our time off accrual chart. For professionals and managers, up to your second anniversary, you would accrue 4 hours per pay period, starting again on the first day of the calendar month following your date of hire. The maximum accrual over the course of the calendar year would be 12 days. We offer sick leave, personal days, and volunteer leave. You can carry over 40 hours into the following year for sick leave. This is granted to eligible employees at the rate of 7 days per calendar year. This would accrue at 2.34 hours per pay period. So if you were hired between January 1st and June 30th, you will get 3 personal days if you're a full-time employee. This is just another kind of PTO that we offer. Each personal day is 8 hours, so that it would equate to 24 hours of personal days that you can have access to right away. These personal days do not carry over into the next plan year, so there is a use it or lose it rule. If you started after July 1st, you would only receive 1 personal day for the calendar year. Lastly, we provide volunteer leave for eligible employees. You can get up to 16 hours or 2 days per calendar year via our volunteer leave policy. So, for example, if there is a volunteer event that you'd like to go to that falls on the day that you are scheduled to work, you may be able to get that time off if approved by your supervisor. Comstock offers other types of time off as well. So we have bereavement leave. Eligible employees can take up to 3 days of paid bereavement leave upon the death of an immediate family member, and up to 1 day off with pay to attend the funeral of an extended family member. But of course, additional time can be granted based on different circumstances. We have parental/family leave. So Comstock will provide 1 week of paid parental/family leave to full-time employees in connection with the birth of an employee's child, placement of a child for adoption or foster care, or the relocation of an elderly parent. In tandem with that, we have parental/primary caregiver leave. We provide an additional 2 weeks of paid leave for full-time employees that are the primary caregiver of a newborn child or newly placed child for adoption or foster care. And lastly, we also offer family and medical leave. Retirement. Comstock offers our 401k plan through Principal, and we offer a company match up to 4%. So for the first 3% that you invest, we match dollar for dollar. For the 4th and 5%, we match 50 cents to the dollar for a total of a 4% company match. There is immediate vesting upon enrollment. If you don't do anything at all with your contribution, you will be automatically enrolled after 3 months of continuous service with the 6% contribution. That contribution is automatically increased by 1% each year until you get to 10%. You're more than welcome to change your contribution amount prior to those 3 months before it goes into effect. You can stop your 401k so that you don't have a deduction at all. But if you don't do anything at all, you will automatically be enrolled with 6% contribution after 3 months. We have both Roth and traditional options available and offer one 401k loan at a time if approved by our Human Resources Department. Additional benefits. You are eligible for a housing discount if you are a full-time employee that lives in a Comstock residential location. You can reach out to our HR department or your supervisor for additional information. If you want to take advantage of the Professional Development Fund, this is available to you as well. Comstock will reimburse you $3,500 per calendar year for eligible expenses like tuition, seminars, webinars, conferences, certification, as long as it's relevant to your scope of work. To apply, you will just have to submit a Professional Development Fund request along with a written statement of justification for approval to your manager and HR prior to taking this course. Please make sure that it gets approved before you spend the money to make sure that you can get it reimbursed. This benefit will be available to employees who remain with the company for at least 3 months. As part of our employee wellness program, we are pleased to offer a discounted flat rate of $129.99 per month for a Vita Fitness membership. Vita Fitness is a health and wellness club in Washington, D.C. and Northern Virginia that offers state-of-the-art equipment, studio classes, experienced trainers and dietitians, amenities like locker rooms, pools, steam rooms, and saunas, personal and small group training, virtual and online classes, and much more. Child Care Assistance Program. So for ages 2 to 12, we partner with the Learning Care Group to offer free registration and 10% off your monthly tuition. To take advantage of this benefit, you can go to the Learning Care Group website here, find a center close to you, let them know that you work for Comstock companies, and then you can complete the necessary registration to get that benefit. We do have an employee assistance program, also known as the EAP. They offer anonymous confidential support, so HR does not get any of the data on who uses it, but it can help with things like counseling, work-life services, child and elder care referrals, legal consultations, and much more. Comstock is thrilled to introduce this year's wellness program. Medically enrolled employees, along with their covered spouses or domestic partners, can participate by completing 3 simple steps by January 31st, 2025. Step 1 would be to complete an annual physical with lab work. Step 2 would be to complete a Know Your Number assessment. And Step 3 would be to complete 2 preventative screenings. By participating, employees on the employee-only plan will receive a $1,000 incentive. For employees with a spouse or domestic partner plan, both need to complete the steps to earn $1,000 and a spot in the raffle. Family plan participants can also earn $1,000 and earn the raffle if all requirements are met. Incentives will be paid out 30 days after program completion, and the raffle will take place at the end of the wellness year. We also have a benefits hub. So our benefits hub is available to all of our employees, so you can get discounts on things like flight tickets, movie tickets, hotels, rental cars, and much more. You can access our benefits hub through the website displayed here and enter a referral code listed here. Benefit support. If you have a benefits claim that you might not be comfortable coming to the HR department for, you can always reach out to our benefits broker, USI Insurance Services, directly. You can contact them by phone or email using the contact information displayed here. But again, you're always more than welcome to reach out to Human Resources at humanresources@comstock.com for help. So, for the rest of your day, our HR representative will take you on a short tour of our corporate office. Then, IT will stop by to get you all set up. You will then be required to complete your Yardi e-learning course assigned to you. On your second date, you will be sent an onboarding survey to let us know how things went. We're always looking to improve, so feedback is always appreciated. 30 days out, you'll get a new hire survey to let us know how training went and how everything is currently going. We also have a quarterly breakfast and benefits where our benefits broker comes in and talks to us about some of the benefits they offer. There's also a mandatory quarterly meet and greet with our management committee. So basically the CEO, COO, and the rest of the management committee go over the history of a company, where the company is going, and then you'll get the opportunity to ask them any questions. Lastly, your supervisor, division head, and HR are here to support you. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to let us know by phone or email. Welcome to Comstock, and we are very happy to have you here.